Good morning and happy Monday. This is High Five for Happy Monday, and I want to tell you what I've been doing on my Sabbath rest. You know, the Lord has really instructed me to rest my eyes once a week. No cell phone, no texting, no computer, no iPad, to rest my eyes. And it really has helped the struggling I've had with this eye for over 6 months, and the pressure is already leaving. And just simple acts of obedience, that's what God is asking us, simple acts of obedience. And so I want to tell you what I've been doing. I haven't been watching anything with a backlight on it like a computer or cell phone, but I have been reading about God's generals. Every Sabbath, I just the rest day that I choose for that week, or that works out that week. Sometimes it's Saturday, sometimes it's Sunday, sometimes it's Monday, depending on my ministry schedule. Well, I've been reading God's Generals by Roberts Lairdon, and I've got 3 of his books of God's Generals. I've got God's Generals of Healing, and this one is it's just God's Generals. I wonder if it's his first one, but the first book, or the first person he talks about, is John Alexander Dowie. Now, John Alexander Dowie, do you know what's interesting about him? You know, he came out with the healing and miracles and signs and wonders before anybody else did. He was in the 1800s, before the awakening, and he read the Bible from cover to cover at age 6 in 1 year. You know, and back then they had the King James. They didn't have any of the easier to read Bibles. And so, you know, I've done Smith Wigglesworth. I've done several different ones. I take one as a Sabbath. And yesterday I was on Maria Woodworth Etter. Maria Woodworth Etter, I believe she was born in 1844. And you know, that was the time that women didn't vote, women didn't have rights, definitely never a woman preacher. And they said, the preachers would say, women are weak. And she had a vision. She had a great vision. Angels came into her room. They took her to the west over prairies, lakes, forests, rivers, where they saw a long, wide field of waving golden grain. As the view unfolded, she began to preach and saw the grains fall like sheaves. Then Jesus told her, just as the grain fell, so people will fall as she preached. Well, this happened with her very first sermon. You know, her very first sermon, it says she started in her own community. As Maria stood before her first crowd, most of them relatives, she opened her mouth, and the crowd began to weep and fall to the floor. Some got up and ran out in tears. You know, she would have men, she would have bullies that would be sent, several of them, to any of her meetings, and they would come to disrupt the meeting. They would come to belittle her, to stop the meeting, to break everything up. And every time they did, they would fall under the power of God, and they would have a vision of heaven or hell, most of the time just hell. And they would wake up, and they would come out of that trance, some of them for hours, that they would be on the floor, slain in the spirit, having a vision of hell, and they would get up and be gloriously saved. One of them got up and started preaching. Can you imagine the biggest troublemaker against the kingdom of God, having a vision of hell and getting up and preaching? These things happen, and they're documented. And Roberts Lairdon wrote, we are not called to give up. We are called to obey God at whatever cost, and let success answer our critics. Explanations and excuses rob us of strength and power. Says Sister Etter groomed her spirit through prayer, producing invincible strength. You know what? It's just like me taking the Sabbath and resting my eyes. That's just a little thing. But if we're obedient in little things, That's where the little foxes are, those little things that rob our strength, that rob our joy, that rob our time. And so we need to start being obedient in the little things, and then let God bring us to different things. Amen. Have a blessed day. God bless you. Bye-bye.